the no sex trend is breaking couples or bringing them together. Either way, we're covering celibacy. Here goes. We're going to start with the British Vogue author Sean Fay lasted a full year without sex, and now she's not even sure she wants a relationship anymore. So this woman, mid-30s, single, living in a very modern dating culture, decided to completely cut off sex. Dating, flirting, everything. No apps, no situationship, not even entertaining a maybe. At first, it was brutal. She said the first few months felt like withdrawal, mood swings, cravings, even avoiding, dang, sounds like drug, avoiding movies with romantic scenes just to stay committed. But here's where it gets interesting. She realized she wasn't just addicted to dating. She was addicted to validation. Attention from men had become her way of feeling worthy. And without it, she had to actually sit with herself. So instead of chasing relationships, she started building a life. More friendships, more hobbies, more independence. She said her real life started to feel bigger than the fantasy of love. And now, after a full year, she says she's no longer desperate for a relationship. In fact, the idea of one feels like it might disrupt a life she finally enjoys. But here's the twist. She also admits her issues with intimacy might still be there, just hidden because she's not dating anymore. So the question is, did she heal, or did she just find a more comfortable way to avoid getting hurt? Because this whole boy sober trend is blowing up right now. And a lot of people are starting to ask, is modern dating so broken that people are opting out completely?
Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah.
So
maybe
this is coming from a very polar side, where she can't be, be all,
celibate?
sample, because the thing is that at the end of the day, we're talking about someone who's addicted with attention and addicted to seeking that validation, which means that we have to check what celibacy looks like with someone who's not really feeling all of these things. Otherwise, in her case, she's growing thirstier and thirstier. But what's going to happen when you have to seek out the attention of a guy one day? Because you can't stay celibate for the rest of your life. At some point, you want to build your life with someone. So maybe start in experimenting with proper dating and a healthier approach to the whole thing, right?
Yeah, I think a healthier approach would be better.
Yeah.
Really test it out.
Than to completely spell yourself out of the whole thing.
You get to a point too when, and I guess maybe with therapy or whatever you're doing with your hobbies, like that starts helping you to not seek that. So then when you're with a partner, you're not longer like seeking that person's validation. Yeah, because you found your like hobbies, you found like all these different outlets where you can, explore. You don't need to, find the partner to do that.
The other thing is that you start, when you focus on yourself and you have all of these hobbies and you build these important friendships that are not just built on attention seeking, they're built on
real
supporting each other. What happens in this process is that you start feeling that you have a treasure to keep. So then you're also considering that in the process of dating people, that you're like, I don't want to disrupt this beautiful thing. And that's why she said that she feels like she doesn't want to disrupt it. But you have to find the middle ground, because avoiding dating completely and meeting your possible significant other just because of your friends and, your hobbies also sounds a bit too far out. So that's why I consider her sort of like a polar example of this. That's like too far out there to, be able to like say, oh, this is a good example of how it works, Anyway, there are many reasons why people go celibate anyway. Some people just want to do it to focus on themselves. Other people want to do it because they have a problem with sex, or they have a lot of things going on. Yeah.
There's a lot of stories that people do it.
Addicted to attention or whatever the case may be. And they have to address those things. But if in her case, there's an addiction to all of these things, she should also consider therapy, so that it can help her center herself and address the issue before she goes back to dating so it doesn't end up disrupting the treasure that she has now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now this chick broke up with her girlfriend over her being celibate. Broke,
She broke up.
she wants to know if she should apologize at all.
Oh.
This is on Reddit, by the way, guys. I, 19 female, started dating someone, 20 female, a few months ago. Like 6 months, give or take. We met through a shared group circle and instantly clicked and started dating. Flash forward, months pass. At most, we've kissed. We talk a lot about sexy times, nothing too explicit, but basically we joke around a lot about being like horny teenagers and stuff. I assume nothing's happened to so far because she's just nervous because she's a virgin. Of course, I don't want to pressure her, so I always reassure her that we can take it slow and stuff.
Slow.
I never realized that while for me, slow meant not right now, but maybe some night when you're over and the mood is right. And for her, it meant waiting till marriage. We were watching a movie recently and one topic led to another, and she super offhandedly, so much so that I almost missed it, made a reference to being abstinent. I was like, wait, what? And I asked her if I heard right. And she goes, oh, I thought you knew. Maybe I forgot to mention it. Anyway, it's not a big deal. I love you. And cuddles up to me trying to change the topic. That really gave me a nasty shock. After the movie, I asked to discuss it with her and she started talking about how it's fine, etc. Well, for me, it wasn't fine. I felt like one of those two-dimensional F-boys in movies, fuck boys in movies.
What the heck?
But sex is something I do want out of a relationship. I mean, I never made that part a secret in the first place. After a long discussion in which things such as doing some stuff but not going all the way and discussing with her religious group what exactly all the way means for us and how far we can go were mentioned, I opened out hard and we broke up. I did it as kind as I could, but a breakup is a breakup. That was Monday. It is Wednesday now. All our friends in common have taken her side. She told them to the story, so I don't know if they know the full story. And basically spamming my phone, telling me I was a huge ass for breaking up with her over sex. How if I really loved her, I would give her time. How maybe she would change her mind one day, etc. That kind of stuff. I do love her, but I felt like I had to cut this here because if it went on longer, then the eventual breakup would hurt more. Furthermore, hoping she'd change her mind to me sounds a lot more like not respecting her choice and trying to guilt her into giving it up. I'm a very decisive person, so I made a decision and I did it. I'm also hurt and miss her, but I don't think there was a different choice to make here. Anyways, my question is, do you think I was the asshole here? Should I have tried to make it work? And am I really a real life version of a teen boy, a movie boy, villain? And if yes, what can I do in the future to make it right? Should I really get back together with her and try to figure it out? Despite everything, I really did. I really do love this girl, which is probably what's giving me all these second thoughts after the fact. Oh, yeah, she also told me we can try being together again, but if not, we can't remain friends. It really hurt to hear that, but I get and respect that not everyone can remain friends with their exes. I may be a freak, and that's all my current best friends I've dated at some point, LOL. Anyway, any and all advice is appreciated. Okay, first of all, I think that the reason why
Good.
she broke up with her is because it came as a shock. Being celibate all the way till you get married is not something that you just say casually 6 months later while you're cuddling on the couch and then you try to brush it off. It's immature. The fact that you have all your friends attacking her because she doesn't want to get on board with you being celibate, it's also extremely immature, and you're shaming her for that. This is not someone.
They're young.
Yeah, they're young. And this is not someone trying to be a fuckboy or whatever they want to call it.
No.
This is just someone who wants to be close with someone that they really love. So it's plain simple.
Intimate.
It looks like you guys don't just have a difference in sexual preference, right now, you also have a difference in cultural preferences. She's extremely religious based on what you're saying, and you're not. That could be a problem, not just now, but exponentially in the future with every decision that you guys make. And the fact that she wasn't mature enough to communicate this to you from the get-go also shows that it's a little bit manipulative, in my opinion, bro. Like when someone is like low key, like keeping that on the low, and then you want to say a month later when you already grabbed someone emotionally, that's not okay. And so, like, how much of your relationship is gonna be based on you behaving like that, like downplaying how serious a situation can be?
Yeah, I think he did good by like leaving, because then that in the long run is gonna cause you issues if you don't, if you wait to see if she changes her mind. I think that she's really set on that, and
Yeah.
then you're gonna be here in this loophole, and then it's gonna cause problems because maybe he might end up cheating, like, and the
Well, she, because it's two girls.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Because she called herself a fuckboy real quick, so it's a little confusing.
that's why I'm like, wait,
No, but
what?
it's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the long run, cheating because of that, and we've seen that a lot too.
Yeah.
We've seen that a lot. That a lot of relationships, they don't, like, for example, the color and the guy that was the girl that was cuddling with the guy.
Yeah.
So well, that's a little different, but anyway, so like that could exponentially like cause a lot of disturbance, and
It's also very intimidating, V. Sorry to cut you off.
yeah,
It's intimidating when somebody tells you they're waiting till marriage. When you haven't grown up or haven't thought yourself for months, like, or since you started dating, like, my process is to not have sex until I get married. So when somebody throws that at you, you're like, oh no, this is more than I can handle. So I would understand why she didn't feel comfortable putting her through something to then have to ask her constantly, like, I want to touch you, I want to be close to you.
Yeah.
I don't think that you should feel ashamed at all. And you're not a fuckboy for that, because you're in a serious relationship. I think that if that's your preference, your love language, and that doesn't work for her, no, then don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, I could see. I don't. Yeah, I could see why she didn't drop the bomb too really early, because she didn't want to like scare him off too. Wasn't that?
Yeah, but the thing is that at the end of the day, if your intentions, that's a big decision to decide to wait till marriage. So if you want to make tough decisions like that do kind of drag somebody else's life into it, then you have to have the balls to tell them directly, like, this is my boundary. Because it's not okay for you to not tell this person, and then this person's constantly harassing you for sex, but they don't know it's harassment, because in their head, they're thinking this is what I'm supposed to do as a couple. But to you, it's harassment because you never communicated your needs. That's the thing. And like you say, they're young, but she's going to have to learn. You want to take that tough decision, you're going to have to find the right person that's with your cultural and religious approach and parameters, so that you guys can get along.
That's true.
Tricking people into being in that situation just because you're afraid that they'll leave you, that's a problem. That right there, it's a relationship waiting to fail.
Yeah. All right, let's see what the comments said. Bucci said, you're not an asshole for breaking up with her, but don't approach every relationship thinking sex is on the table. Sure, this is a learning lesson. OP responded saying, of course, sex isn't automatically on the table always, but recent, I assumed it was. Like, even before we got together, we'll like joke around about sex and stuff and how we were compatible and all the kind of things. We even talked after getting together about what kinks we were into and if other would be okay with them, etc. So I assumed that was in regards to the near future rather than hypothetical if we would get married one day. But for the future, I'll know to ask in plain terms. That's a lesson I'll definitely learn now. I'm also wondering, like, maybe, I don't know, maybe she grew up very in religious strict stuff, and maybe she does want to like possibly really like explore it, but because of a religion restrictions, maybe she has that planted in her, like I can't, but like I have the urge, you know, because you don't just talk about kinks and stuff like that. That's something you thinking in your head, like, or you have in your mind, like you want to explore, but you're like, oh, but my religion, you know, and it's like some sort of program that maybe she does is curious, but she's like, nah, I
But
can't.
see, the thing is, V, that a lot of people who are in a serious relationship and they're gonna get married, but they're waiting till marriage, they do tease each other. It's normal because you can communicate with your partner how you're feeling. So maybe in her case that's what it is, but at the end of the day, it does not change the fact that she can't drag someone till marriage without making sure that they're on board with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Cuddy Mink said, conversely, someone who is celibate shouldn't expect to go in a relationship with a partner who expects no sex at all for years. Celibacy isn't the norm. Most couples will have sex. I've broke wedlock. While I think OP is partially at fault for never bringing this up before, the girlfriend should know better than to never say nothing and assume OP is on the same page. No one is owns sex, but it's entitlement to assume you will have it with your romantic partner, both equally at fault. Half things guys like in bed aren't norm. And no one says, hey, you shouldn't have said that at the start. Dating is a win or lose, and this round is a lose. Not that big of a deal.
That's true. I think that they're both gonna learn in their own way to communicate what they need.
Yeah.
It's always important to communicate. And she did great. She communicated that she doesn't want to be in a relationship where she can't touch somebody. And obviously, they're also learning. You have to learn to be with someone who's religiously probably aligning with you.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you're gonna be constantly at it.
Yeah. I think so too.
Well, let us know, you guys, in the comment, because we've all been teenagers. How was it for you? I know that we all been in a relationship when we were dating puppy love, where we were kind of like, oh, I'm into this person, but I don't want to have sex with them. And did you feel like you were pressured? How did it go? How was the communication? Because obviously, as teenagers, we don't communicate that kind of stuff. Well, we're practically learning, but yeah, let us know what you think about this whole celibacy. And also, would you cut off sex for a long time? For how long? Have you done it before? How did it go? What did you learn about yourself while you were giving yourself this time to just feed yourself alone that you didn't see before while you were in relationships and stuff?
That's true.
What did you discover about yourself that you hold dear now, that to you is precious?
Yep. Yeah. Let us know.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Hello, V.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.